I'm muting.
Okay, so I'm recording. This is my first time ever recording from my phone, so I figured it out. Okay, so I am clicking over to my website. Okay, I was going to make sure I was right. Okay, so last Tuesday we talked about um, we are going to be supporting, along with Jennifer and Austin, we're going to be doing the Thrive Ministry, and then we're also going to be supporting Valerie's ministry, which is the iOS ministry. And to date, we have $0. So we've got to keep working on that. Now remember, now that's ambassadors. That's not customers. I have not looked at the customers yet because I am on my phone. I was just doing a quick glance. So we may have some customers. I know I'm about to get a customer and hopefully an ambassador by the end of the week. So we'll have a little bit to go towards it. Okay, so keep working on that. Remember that you give $5 for every ambassador, and if we don't get enough, we'll just go up to $10 because I have an amount that I want to give. So if it's a low month, we'll just bump our number up for the iOS ministry, and then for Thrive, they give $15 for every ambassador. But I'm also including customers because I value customers too. And so I'm doing $5 for every customer with 75 PV and up. And then for those who are below that, maybe they just want an ease or whatever, they're going to, or body cream, their PV is not going to be that high, so I'll give $250 for them. So those of you who weren't here last week, that's what we're doing for the month. It's a kind of like a month of giving. So I'm really excited about it. Can y'all hear me okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I kind of had something on my heart that I wanted to share, and we've got some people on here tonight. It's kind of a low number tonight, but I really just had this like burning in my heart today, and that's really rare for me to have something to share because sometimes I get I don't know if you guys struggle with this or not, but I will admit that I am one who struggles at times with discouragement. And like a crazy person in this parking lot, people are walking around me. They're probably like, what is that girl doing? She's over there taking selfies. Okay, so anyway, it's really rare for me to have something that's just really right there on the tip of my tongue. And I was driving to church tonight, and on the back of my bank receipt, I was just writing, and it was just like just coming. So you know that there's a reason for it when it happens like that, when you don't have to force it. And I don't know if you guys do this. I know I'm trying to talk really fast before my accountability people have to go. But I am recording this. So if you don't see it, you can catch it tomorrow. I'll put it in there, and then wherever you stop, you can pick up tomorrow and just fast forward through. So where did I even go with that? I don't even know. Okay, anyway, so I just really felt like it was just something that I needed to share tonight. So the way I want to start it off is I want to talk to y'all about finishing what you're doing, finishing the race. Now, I know we talk a lot about that in the Christian life. We talk about, making sure that we finish the race that we've started. So I kind of want to take that thought, and I want to talk to you about your business. So, a lot of times whenever we start Plexus, I know whenever I started, I was really, really, really excited. I remember telling Amanda that I felt like I was in college again because I was learning so much, so fast. And for a while, I almost kind of put my family on the back burner. I mean, I was still being a great mom, trying to be a great mom. Y'all know you really never are. But anyway, I was trying, but you know what I'm saying? I was really devoting a lot of time to my business, learning the ways of the business. Me and Amanda talked almost every day on the phone. Some of those times I cried because it was just growth. It was just that personal growth, growing pains, just getting over what people thought about me, which I'm still working at, things like that. And it was just a lot of excitement, like with every single ambassador, which I'm still really excited about, but with every single one, it was just like, and then, but at the same time, I would also have the same amount of emotion whenever somebody didn't say yes. So it was like I had to do a lot of growing in those first few months because I was really overwhelmed by the yes and no. That really affected me emotionally. Anyway, so over time, I got a lot of negativity, you know, not a lot, but I'm saying, you know, you're going to get it from your family usually. The people that usually you think will support you the most are the ones who kind of say their words, and they think they can say whatever they want to you. And, you know, sometimes people would quit. In fact, one of the people that I really had heavy on my mind just to reach out to her about Plexus, and Amanda knows this, I don't know if she's on here or not, but I mean, I poured out my heart to this girl. Like, it was one of my very first cold messages, and it was really long and way too long, but she sent me back the most ugly message. I mean, ugly. And so I called Amanda just boo-hooing, you know, and the Lord helped me to write this response, you know, I mean, but over time, there's a lot of things that kind of just chip away at that excitement that you had in the beginning. And so, you know, you might get no responses to your messages, and it just kind of discourages you. I mean, that discouragement just kind of starts to make your excitement begin to wane. Anybody ever felt that way? Okay, so I want you to think about your Christian life. You know, whenever you first started, you were really excited, you know, if you're walking with the Lord, which I think most of us are on this call. But anyway, you were just wanted to, as they say, you could have went after hell with a water gun or what, you know what I mean? You were just so on fire for God, you know, but at the same time, you were still that little baby. And just like I told you in the beginning of our business, you know, I allowed the emotions of the back and forth to rock me and sway me. The same thing happens when you're a baby Christian, you know, like somebody says, oh, something negative to you, and you're just so downcast and downtrodden. I mean, it just, over time, even our Christian life, even though it deepens, our excitement, our initial excitement sometimes does begin to wane, which y'all know what I mean by that. But anyway, so my question to you is, so which tastes better? Now, I know this is going to be, I'm going somewhere with this, okay? Does homemade oatmeal taste better to you, or instant oatmeal? Now, I like instant oatmeal, okay? But I've learned recently how to make homemade oatmeal the really good way that tastes like better than the bag. And, you know, just think about that for a minute. You know, like that instant excitement would be like that instant oatmeal, okay? And the choices that we make in our business, I am going somewhere with this, okay? Are we thinking about what we're going to get right that minute? You know, are we thinking about what's going to come down the road? Because if we are planning on this business being for the long run, then no matter where that excitement goes, okay? So like your foundation to your business is really important, okay? And the choices that you make to each day in your business are going to determine that, okay? So like, if you're just after that instant success, now there's nothing wrong with going after every single incentive that Plexus ever puts out. But if we're not careful, then we may start to make decisions based upon the instant rather than the long haul. And sometimes the long haul takes the longest time. Okay, so I've always said that I was a Plexus turtle, and I still believe I am, okay? But, you know, it's, okay, how am I going to say this? I tell you, it's like way down deep. I'm like trying to dig it out, okay? This is, okay, bye, Jennifer. Anybody else that has to go, see you later. You tell Austin that I am mad at him. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, I have to go. I'll catch up with it later. Thanks.
Okay, I'm going to finish this thought for all of us who are still on.
Sounds good.
Okay, so the foundation of your business, all right? So when the foundation of our business is us, it's going to be easy for us to quit, okay? And when we're making those just right here, right now, instant gratification decisions, then it's going to be easy to quit whenever that negativity comes, whenever the negative self-talk comes. And I know that many of us on here are not planning on quitting anytime soon, but with the foundation is with helping other people and with the Lord, then it doesn't matter what comes our way. Y'all know this in your Christian life. Whenever your foundation is laid upon another person's approval of you, I mean, you're going to just go wherever the wind blows. Okay, and the same thing is true in our Plexus business. I may not have done a great job explaining this. I hope it's making any sense. But I guess what I wanted to talk to y'all about is just thinking about the long term. You know, am I making sure that this person that has come to me is going to go the way that they really need to go, or am I just going to try to get my 3 people so that I can get the next thing that Plexus has put out there? Now, that's important. I agree with it. But if that person really needs to be a customer, like my person today, okay, I really, really wanted to push her to be an ambassador because I wanted to get some money to go to the Thrive thing for Austin and Jennifer. And I feel like she's going to be on the product for a really long time. But I didn't push, but I definitely threw it out there really hard. And, you know, she came back of no way, you know, and so I've got to be okay with that. But for the long haul in my business, that is okay. That's actually a good thing because you need a solid customer base and you need a solid ambassador base. You don't want to just have your business only on ambassadors. So the other thing I was just wanting to talk about is what to do whenever those hard times do come, when that negativity comes, whenever you are downcast and downtrodden and you really just want to quit. I've wanted to quit like at least 100 times, maybe 200. Okay, I've been doing this now for over 3 years, and I've been honest about it because, you know, just plain and simple, it would be easier for me to just be a mom. You know, it would be easier for me to just be a mom and a pastor's wife. Okay, it would be easier for me to just live a life of being quiet, never posting on social media, and never having to get over worrying about what people think about me. It would be so easy. But every time that I tell the Lord I'm done, he just doesn't let me be done. And so I'm just really honest with y'all about that because I believe in full surrender, you know, and Amanda and I have had this conversation quite a bit, and I know I'm recording this and there'll be people watching it tomorrow, another day, so I want to make sure that I've just put it all out there as if everybody on our team was here tonight, even though there's not everybody here tonight. And there's a reason for that. So we all know that there's always a reason for everything. So what do you do whenever you get to those places? Because I know I have been there many times. And it's not because I don't love my team. I love my team. I love Plexus. I love the business. I love everything about it. But you guys know what I mean when I say it would be so much easier to just go back to the way I was, you know, never have to do trainings in the middle of the Kroger parking lot. You know, it would just be so easy. But that's just not what I'm supposed to do right now. And so what do you do when you get to that place? Okay, so the first thing, y'all know I'm going to approach this from the Christian standpoint. The first thing you want to do is pray and seek the Lord. It is not a bad thing for you to have to present your business to the Lord every single day, if that's what it takes. Now, right now, I'm going to tell y'all, I feel complete liberty in my business. I feel like the Lord is like, go for it. Not that I think he wants to bless me with $1 million and that I'm going to be diamond. I don't know that that's God's plan for me. But right now, I feel like God has given me complete liberty, and I am operating in that liberty. I feel peace. I feel peace about being on this call. I feel peace about doing this business right now. And that's because I've just surrendered it over and over again. But that doesn't mean that it's, me and Amanda have had this conversation like I just told you guys. Just because you have to bring it to him every day doesn't mean that it's not for you. God wants us to bring things to him. He wants us to pray and seek after him. And there's a weird person in this parking lot. He's not weird. He's different. I'm sorry, y'all. I didn't mean to say that about somebody. I'm just going to just keep paying attention to my surroundings. But anyway, I'm going to keep going. You know, ask him, where does this fit into your life? Because I'm your sponsor. I'm the person who started the Plexus Peeps. But I'm going to tell you, from my standpoint, I want you to seek the Lord. I want you to be in his will. If he says, Sherry Tedrick or Amanda Nix or Renee Kennedy, if whoever's on here tonight, if he says no, then you need to go do what he says for you to do. If he says go and yes, and I want you to grow, I want to use this as a tool in your life. I want to use this for you. I want to use this for a tool in other people's life. I want to let you be on these training calls one day. I want you to be the one leading the training call for your team. Okay, if he says that, then go for it. I want you to be in his will. That is my heart for this team. So the next thing, I want you, whenever you get to that place where you're just done and you just want to quit, I want you to dig deep. We tend to operate in the shallow. We tend to operate in the place where, you know, in the here and now. We tend to operate just in the day-to-day life. Sometimes we even let our day control us rather than our day us controlling our day. We have moments of just that shallow living. We're just living moment to moment, letting our kids just control us. I've had one of those days. And but whenever you get to that place where you just want to throw in the towel, dig deep and go to that place of, I want to make sure I'm doing the right thing. And why am I doing this? So go back to your why. Now, as I was thinking about it today, my why has changed a bajillion times. My why started out as I wanted to make $100 and I wanted to have extra money to go towards groceries. Over time, that shifted to I want to make enough to put money towards my house. Sorry, y'all, I just did something weird to my phone. I want to have enough money to put things towards my house and save money for my house. And then after that, it went to I want to help other people grow their business. And that is still one of my whys. Hey, Sherry. That's still one of my whys. But go back to your why and decide. And like I said, so mine has started it started small and it's grown over time. And now my why has twofold. I want to be able to give to other people to help my Plexus business be a blessing, like a conduit, just a blessing from God. If you give it to me, I want to give it to somebody else. And number two, I want to do is I want to help alleviate the pressure from my husband for the financial burden that he carries for our family. Many of you don't know, or you may know, that he is a full-time pastor, but he's also works full-time, like full-time, like 50, 60 hours a week. And so he carries a very big burden, a very big stress. And it's really my hope and my prayer that I will be able to make enough money in Plexus to be able to, for him to take like a day a week or 2 days a week. That's like right now. That's my why at this moment. It may eventually go to where maybe he can just work part-time or whatever God has. But I want him to be able to actually be able to concentrate on our church more. And so that is a why for me right now. But it's also to be more of a giver. So it's just changed over time. But that is why I work my business. And when you do not have that as a strong foundation, just like that lady, when that first message that I sent, that cold message, when she messaged back that very unkind thing to reply to somebody, you know, that shook me really bad. But now, if somebody were to do that to me, I would probably be sad and it would still kind of hurt, but it would not shake me to the point of I want to throw in the towel. It just wouldn't, because now I've, you know, got a strong why. I have freedom from the Lord to do the business, and it just kind of like, you know, kind of falls off now. So anyway, okay, and then what do you do whenever you want to quit? So I've said you pray, seek the Lord, you dig deep, and don't be shallow. Don't live in that shallow place. Go deep. Find the reasons why you want to quit. Trace it back to the root. We're always talking about that in Plexus. Trace it back. And then go back to your why and then figure out if it's changed over time. And then number 4, one thing I always do whenever I'm down in that place is go watch testimonies. Go watch, you know, get on a training like we're doing tonight. Get on the Dream Team training. Go find something to watch that will spur you back and help remind you of how wonderful and amazing our products are and how much of an amazing compensation plan we have. Because y'all, I really mean that when I say that we really do have that. So go watch testimonies. Go watch something, anything, testimonies or somebody talking about the business. Go to our Why We Love Plexus, Why We Chose Plexus Facebook group and go watch some of the people from our team whose lives were literally changed, okay? And then the last thing would be two more things. Attend training, like the one we're doing tonight, or the ones on the Dream Team. and then also to go to events. Now, I know several of you are going to convention. I'm not going to get to go this year. I'm so sad. We were packing up our house, and I thought we would be moving next week, but of course, you know how that goes. The rain has held us back a couple more days. And just be involved. You know, sometimes whenever I'm feeling the things that I was talking about earlier in the call, it's easy for me to just crawl in a hole. I'm just being honest, y'all. It's just easy for me to crawl in. And that's one reason why I'm doing these calls this summer, because I wanted to fight that. I didn't want to just crawl in a hole. I didn't want to do that. It's my natural tendency to do that, and I just didn't want to. I wanted to just be pouring out to you guys. And then the last thing, whenever you feel like quitting, is to go pick up your phone and go work. Just do it. That's the Nike way, you know. Just block off your time. Set your timer on your phone for 15 minutes. Go send somebody a message. Go follow up with somebody that messaged you 3 months ago that you forgot to follow up with. Go ask somebody if you can send them a sample. Go encourage somebody. It doesn't even have to be Plexus. Just do something. And don't look back. You know, the Bible talks about us putting our hands to the plow and not looking back. Until God shows you otherwise, because we were talking about surrender and we were talking about giving it to Him and seeking Him with your business, until He shows you otherwise, just keep doing it. If He says no, then okay, we're going in a different direction, Lord. But if He says go, why stop? And when you have placed it in His hands, then you're not going to go in a place that He doesn't want you to go. When you're seeking Him and you're following Him and you're seeking His ways, then you're going to be in His will. So I hope that's encouraged y'all tonight. That was I had that just really burning in my heart. And I don't know who it was for. That's sort of a whole 30 minutes, I guess, or about 25 minutes of what I've been through in about the last year of just fighting that, you know, and then I just have to keep my eyes on the why and keep my eyes on what I'm doing and keep seeking the Lord with my business. And anyway, I think I'm done now. Does anybody else have anything they want to add? I don't even know if Amanda's on here. She was on the accountability call, so I don't know if she's on 2 places at once or what. Oh, Jerry, you doing good? I can't hear you. You're muted. Hold on. I don't know how to unmute you on here. Oh, there you go.
I'm good. That was that was good. Can you hear me?
I don't know if it was for, yeah, I can hear you. I don't know if it was for you or somebody who's going to be watching this recording maybe tomorrow, but.
It's always very helpful because I think we all go through that.
We do. If we're honest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Some people are not willing to.
And life just gets busy and then you feel like you don't have time, but it's like you said, I think those blocks of time just sitting down and doing something will help you to keep going. And these meetings are really encouraging and they help a lot too. So thank you.
They help me too.
Yeah.
I mean, really, I get help from the meetings, just being with you guys and seeing your faces and just hearing about you and what's going on in your life. And that's what makes it good to me. You know, like I know that I needed this. I think I've shared it before, but just whenever Levi started pastoring, I was so lonely because I didn't really know anybody at the church. And we just left a church where there were tons of young couples. Amanda goes to that church now. And I was just so lonely. And so all of a sudden, whenever I joined Plexus, I had all these friends. Yeah, it's amazing what the Lord does.
That's right. And our team too, I don't know if any of the other teams are like this team or not, but I think it's a pretty amazing team as far as, you know, people being like-minded, and it's just, that's great. So you're encouraged both ways. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think all the teams are pretty close. I mean, it's, and you know, following the Lord too, you know. But anyway, well, I'm going to turn this off because we've been on for 30 minutes and I'm in the parking lot. So I better not be out here anymore. My husband's going to be like, where are you at? I couldn't get all the way home. So I was like, I'll just go park really close to the door again. So hopefully this will be our last training in Kroger, okay? But anyway, it's not really training. It's more like a meeting. But I really did. That's the first time in a long time that I just really felt very strongly that the Lord gave me something to share tonight. So I was really excited and thankful because it's always easier when he gives you the words.
That's right. Thank you.
All right, Sherry. Okay, Amanda. Ghost Amanda down there. And everybody else watching this recording tomorrow, we miss you and we will see you next Tuesday. Okay? Bye.